Warning: the following content contains a lot of spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled, feel free to click off this video and watch a different video of mine. You're free to come back here after you completed the anime. Viewers' discretion is advised. This anime was cute, but it turns dark towards the end. I will explain why I say it's cute at first and why it turns dark in the last few episodes once I go through the introduction. So without further ado, let's get right to the introduction.落第騎士の英雄譚, also known as Chivalry of a Failed Knight, is based on a light novel series written by Riku Misora and illustrated by Won. Riku Misora has also written another light novel series called High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World. And if you didn't notice in episode 11, you could see the vice president of the student council, Utakata, reading the light novel. Anyways, let's get back to what I was saying. The light novel spanned over 19 volumes from 2013 to 2023, or I should say 20 because of volume 0. There will later be a manga series still written by Riku Misora, but illustrated by Megumi Soramichi. However, it only lasted 11 volumes and 45 chapters from 2014 to 2017, and it only covered up to volume 4 of the light novel. It was animated by two different anime studios, Silver Link and Nexus. Silver Link has animated animes like Kokoro Connect, Watamote, and Non Non Biyori, while Nexus animated animes like, I don't know any of these animes. So let's get right to reviewing. The story starts with a 16-year-old student named Iki, and Iki doesn't have anything special going on with him. Iki is considered the academy's worst one due to his extremely low magical power. Since then, he has been treated as a failure by everyone. However, something wild happens to him that changes him forever. One day, when he enters his dorm room, he walked into a girl changing. That girl's name is Stella. Stella is a transfer student for the Vermilion Empire, so she's a foreign student. Stella then gets upset and challenges Iki to a duel and makes a promise with him. The promise would be that the loser must obey the winner for life. They then agreed to the battle and went against each other. Despite how Stella is an A rank and Iki is an F rank, Iki defeats Stella through his pure skill. Oh yeah, Stella did promise that if she wins, she would become his servant and do things I would not get into here. But since Iki won, it would change everything. Stella starts falling hard for Iki. It starts with both of them being roommates, then training partners, and lastly, romantic partners. Throughout the anime, Iki goes to the 7-Star Sword Art Festival and eventually makes it to the final against a girl named Toka. But before I get through that, let me explain why the story turns dark. While Iki and Stella returns to the academy after being with the student council club helping an orphanage, a branch member of the Kurogane family named Akasa takes Iki into his car, where he would make Iki have a mental breakdown. Akasa takes Iki into an ethics committee building where they would mentally abuse Iki for weeks and not see the outside world. Iki goes through many episodes and doesn't act like himself to the point he forgets about everything. Iki would later be informed that if he wins against Toka, they will no longer pursue Iki. So back to the final against Toka. Iki enters the stage with a huge audience plus on live television all there to watch him and Toka fight. Iki ends up defeating Toka and wins the 7-Star Sword Arts Festival. After defeating Toka, Stella runs to the stage, which means the anime ends with Iki proposing her on stage and live television, which she accepts and they are officially together. This was difficult to explain the plot, so let's move on to the animation. I'm alright with the animation, but I feel like they could have done some improvement. Some scenes look a bit low quality, but I don't blame them. So let's move on to the opening and ending themes. I'm sorry I cannot show any screenshots of the opening and ending themes because both of them have inappropriate content. So I will review on camera and show screenshots of who performs them. The opening has one of the best things I ever heard. It is performed by Mikio Sakai. It sucks that he doesn't have any other anime songs he performs, and I wish he did. The ending theme. I'll be honest, I am not a fan of it. I was bored with hearing it, and I wasn't feeling it. The ending is performed by Ali Project. who also performs the opening for Another. Anyways, let's move on to the voice acting. The JP voice acting is good, but the EN voice acting is questionable. Some of the side characters' voices don't sound good. They sound pretty low quality and it's not enough effort to be in the anime. Even though I am an English dub watcher, I prefer the JP voice acting over the EN voice acting, so I recommend watching the JP dub. Let's move on to the pacing. For the first time in the series, I will be skipping this part because I will be honest, I didn't care about the pacing. The pacing in this anime didn't matter to me since I was focusing on watching the anime. So yeah, let's go to my final review. Time for my final review for Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I'm placing Chivalry of a Failed Knight on Feel Free to Watch It, just behind Inuyashiki. Really good anime, you get why I place it here after watching this review. One last thing, I wish this anime had a season 2, but most likely it will not. So yeah, time for my outro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And also, follow my Twitter and Twitch account. And please, subscribe to my video on demand account if you want to see my past Twitch streams there. So yeah, this is Enjeru, signing off.